And I loved living in Kosovo, but it just wasn't the place where I had the opportunity that I felt like I would have in London. And in a place where, to me, everything was happening. And so for me, I was like, right, I need to go back to London. I need to try this music thing because I love it. It's my passion. It's something that I think about every single day. And I guess the conversation that I had with my parents was, I really want to do music. I want to try and see, but I have to be. I had so much fun because I love to connect with people. I love to go out. I love to go dancing. So working in bars and restaurants
is just not my style.
Come.
Thank you.
No, but working in bars and restaurants, you get to hang out with people all the time. And then you get to make friends.
So much better.
And you get to make friends and you get to, you just get to meet all kinds of interesting people and you have amazing stories. And, you need to have these life experiences right in London. And there was another girl.
Walk you through your birth chart. Than most Leos, very collaborative.
I see myself in that way, but I think in my everyday life, it's a very big push and pull.
Like, oh, they're spotlight hogs, but they're really generous and big-hearted. At least the good ones like you.
You don't own Copenhagen.
Exactly.
So tell us what we've got here, Ange.
So we've got a lovely little tahini dip here, which we've done with these roasted radishes in the oven, finished with some coriander, some sesame seeds. Straight in. Go for it.
Yeah.
Help yourself.
So what did you do? I've never had a roasted radish.
I had to refresh it a couple times to just see that I wasn't tripping and I wasn't jet lag delusion in the moment. It was just bad or whatever. It's it brought me to where I am now. And so no experience isn't worth going through or feeling or reminding yourself of in some way.
I was fighting with my boyfriend on my way here, and we're listening to the album. Oh, dude, what the fuck are you doing to me? It's really, but then also it starts rough, but then it gets beautiful at the end.
Creating such a safe space. And I just want to embody that this album was so much about how do I take what were my most favorite things from that whole experience and create something unique. And a lot of that was the live instrumentation, how things felt so organic, how some things felt really spontaneous.
Talk about radical optimism. What is it? I know that's a stupid kind of broad-based question, but...
Well, radical optimism to me is a term that was introduced through a friend of mine, and it basically resonated with me through the whole time I was writing the record, which is about resilience. It's about rolling with the punches. It's about when things don't go your way, of keeping an optimistic mindset. It's thinking about when something goes wrong, how you feel a week later, a month later, and you look at things in hindsight or with perspective, to have a more positive and optimistic approach that when things are bad, they're not going to be bad for forever.
Reciprocate in a genuine way and say back, I'm a huge fan too.
Oh, that's too sweet. Thank you. I feel like when I started Trust, I raced through it. I loved it so much. And I want to say, first of all, thank you so much for joining me for the Service 95 Book Club. And Trust is also one of those books that...
That I could make music and have people listen to it. It was like a pie in the sky dream,
I feel the same.
So when people...
I feel completely the same.
I
thought it was as unrealistic as a
you know
cartoon on TV.
Yeah.
I would watch artists and I'd be like, oh my God, imagine doing something like
Yeah.
that. Never thinking that was even a possibility. But doing this, sitting here, making music, writing songs, putting them out, connecting with people, going on tour, connecting one-to-one with people in a room. It's such a profound experience that it seems so far from reach, but it's real. And it's so cool that it's real because when there's, you have younger fans or people looking up to you, listeners, they can also just see that and be like, oh, that could actually be me too. And it's real. It's real and it's possible. And it's so cool to... Incredible. I absolutely love that story as well. I think it's really moving, and I think a lesson to so many people is to really, for lack of a better word, like follow your heart and follow your real heart's desire. It was astonishing to me just even hearing you say that you didn't even feel like you were creative, because after reading that book, it feels impossible to me that you had never picked up a pen and chosen to write a story, you know? And it's amazing. You know, your body's going to tell you, your mind's going to tell you, it's all going to come to a head at some point. And if you're brave enough, endlessly for a whole year. And I just got a DM on Instagram from, I was so intrigued at what Barbie was going to be, what was it about. The next opening of dates that I had, I like flew to New York. We were also saying, we were like, oh, maybe we'll work a little bit on my album and then a little bit on Barbie. But Barbie just completely took over our life. Like, we were completely Barbified. Like, there was Barbie dolls everywhere here. We were just putting Post-it notes everywhere, trying to, like, brainstorm what Dance the Night was going to be. We worked on melodies for a while. We had, like, a little SM7 in the room. He'd already made the track that the cast were all rehearsing to. It's kind of interesting because usually when I work on something and I work on it from scratch, there's so much leeway to change bits, but we had to obviously stick pretty tight to what the score already was. So it was just a really fun jigsaw.
When you start a song, what are you doing? You're just like going to a keyboard or a guitar, or sometimes to pick up the...
Well, not a lot of rules. We just have superstitions.
Okay. Run us through. So if your nose itches.
Oh, if your nose itches, you're going to get angry about something. But in order to combat that, you have to, like, itch your nose and then touch your bum.
Oh my God, this is brilliant! I think we should all do it.
Time out. So, like, if, for example, you get a random itchy nose, you itch your nose and then you just...
bum.
You touch your bum.
Yeah.
And then you touch... No, you don't touch it. No. Unless, of course, they want you to. In which case, go for it. But
You're getting angry because you're not allowing yourself to itch your nose.
No,
and you're feeling like an idiot.
No, you're not getting angry. You're not getting angry. It's just like a random itch on your nose happens, which is like a sign that you're going to get angry. So you just go, oh, hello, little itch, and then you just touch your bum and it's gone.
Brilliant. I think we should all do it right now, actually.
And what's the good luck about the underwear?
So if you... God, this is all mad. But
I'm not making these up. They're yours.
I know. But if you've got, like, a big event or something big is happening in your life and you want to protect yourself from the evil eye, you just wear your knickers inside out.
Oh, my God, I'm doing all of these. These are brilliant.
You get them to scratch your bum. No, touch your bum, not scratch it. Scratch your nose, knickers inside out.
Bum. Yep.
This is brilliant.
And wonder where... And has it worked?
My husband turns his knickers inside out because he doesn't want to wash them.
But, OK, well, let's talk about the magpie thing, because
you
salute the magpie. So if you see one magpie, it's one magpie is for sorrow.
Yeah.
Two for joy.
3 for a girl.
3 for a girl, 4 for a boy.
5 for silver, 6
for gold.
7 for a secret never to be told.
No,
And,
oh my God. No, if you're in Australia,
yes,
which
you're right. Yes, you're right.
you
You're right.
know,
You're right.
all you're worried about is magpies. They're not going to swoop on you and peck your brains out because they're nesting.
Yeah.
They're really vicious birds.
But you have to salute them so you don't get the sorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
And if you see 2, then it's joyful, so you're just happy about it.
All right, I've got to change mine.
I'm amazed you knew all that, Adrian, because I thought you were not superstitious at all.
I'm not. That's the kids' TV programme, Magpie, that I grew up with.
I feel the most confident at this point in my life. I feel very much myself.
I call it the Saturn return.
Oh my God, the Saturn return. That's exactly what it is. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm in right now. My only aim was just to get music out and to have as many people as possible hear it. And yeah, I'd like to take over the world.
Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa.
Thank you so much. In terms of I want to take over the world, it's a big statement, but for as long as I can tour the world and for as long as I can keep people dancing and seeing that room grow and see more and more people dancing, then I'm doing something right. I'm definitely not the same person I was when I wrote my first album. I feel like I've really seen myself grow as a songwriter during this year and a half that we've been working and finishing this album. I work really hard to try and make my dreams come true, and that involves a lot of like growing and understanding myself and seeing, you know, knowing my worth and what I deserve, and it's just coming to terms with things that I really value. I love my music career and the fact that it gives me so much opportunity for expression, but it's not the only thing I am. I think I've been planting seeds for my other endeavors my whole life, but it was on such a small scale, and I feel like that has grown into Service 95 and being able to work with different journalists from around the world and commission really interesting stories from around the world, and from the podcast or the book club, all these incredible people that I get to speak to and interview, they're all of service in some way, and they're all really inspiring, and it's so enriching.
Hi, Barbie.
I mean, the acting roles that I've done, they're small baby roles. They're both pretty much cameos, so they were quite quick. But I loved being on set, and I had so much fun doing it. I love the idea of embodying a different character and having an assignment, you know. Oh, God. I like to think of every step in my career and the way that things have progressed as little baby steps, that everything I've done has got me to the place where I am today. And I'm a big planner, so we'll see what happens in the next 5-10 years. I've already started writing it down. And last year, while I was on tour, intermittently in between each leg of the tour, I would go to the studio. And that's when I was doing like most of my writing. Yeah, I had just finished like my Australian leg of the tour, and I flew straight to LA to work with Kevin and Caroline and to use my Instagram. That's my main form of just social media. So I do everything on that. I love being on that. I feel like it's I don't know, it just feels good. I don't know, it's a social media platform that I can handle.
With on the Future Nostalgia remix.
I was really excited to collaborate with the Blessed Madonna. Just getting to work with a female producer for the first time was really special for me, and get to reimagine the album was super cool.
That is cool. And what song would you play at a dinner party to get every single person on the floor dancing?
Oh, The Time Is Now by Moloko.
How did your songwriting approach change between your two albums?
I just got more confident, and I trusted myself and my craft.
And what is your favorite lyric that you've ever written?
I'll sink my teeth in disbelief because you're the one that I want, which is from my song Love Again.
So I love your Future Nostalgia.
No, I don't regret any.
Gin or vodka martini?
Vodka martini, filthy.
And what's one word that describes your style right now?
Playful.
I think that's a perfect description.
All right, I'm gonna go and quickly change, and I'll be right back.
Okay, Dua, I'm gonna keep firing questions at you while you're... Whoa!
I'm getting pretty good at this quick change thing. Should we go and hang out in my dressing room for a sec?
That was amazing. So what is your go-to outfit when you're not working?
Working, not working, always in a look.
What's something that you would never wear?
Crocs.
Me too. Stilettos or platform?
Make activism accessible, put stories by incredible journalists that really kind of, they're the kind of stories that you wouldn't necessarily go looking for.
Right.
And it's an ultimate concierge service, is how I like to see it, from me to you.
That's great. And how do you prepare for your podcast interviews?
Takes me about 4 or 5 days to do lots of like reading and researching, watching interviews, videos, trying to get an understanding of.
Why is that so important to you?
I feel very lucky to have this platform, and so I feel like I need to use it for something that's way bigger than me.
Makes sense. And what's a cause that's on your mind right now?
I'm actually currently working with the activist Nadia Murad, and trying to find out ways on how we can help the...
No. We're making all the things happen.
Riders run. And Margot, do I just
I gotta say, being up here is kind of intimidating, you know? You're very young and tall and statuesque. And... Oh,
Thank you.
And British. Okay, so I have a real thing for the accent. You guys can make everything sound so classy. All the Brits, Bella Ramsey, Helen Mirren, they're in this category. I would love to hear them say vitamins.
Why vitamins?
That's why. That's why. I mean, the American accent is just a little, bulky. I mean, I love Carrie Russell, Emma Stone, they're in this category, and they have lovely voices. But they're just so
Concordant?
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds unbelievable. It's like the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. Oh, you know who's almost got it is the Australians. That's Sarah Snook's in this category. I see you, Snooki. That's kind of the accent everyone wants. It's a whimsical mix of high and low class.
All right. I can't wait to hear which accent accepts this award.
Yes, literal music to my ears, you are. All right, here are the nominees for Female Actor, Television Series, Drama.
We find each other in like a very similar get-up, no? We're like sparkles,
Yes, and this is giving tonight. So was it when you saw it on the rack, when you put it on, what was it about it?
This is a custom dress by Courage. That was made for me. I feel very excited to wear it. I feel very strong in it. It's definitely a heavy like metal dress. I was like, feel very Joan of Arc.
No, but for real, yeah. Well, listen, you've had a very strong year.
I'm having fun.
So the last time I talked to you at the Golden Globes, you were telling me about your new music, and you were saying, this record is about understanding your worth and different chapters of your life. So on the 15th, we're getting this on. Okay, so what are you giving on the 15th?
So on the 15th, like you said, a new song. I mean, it'll be late in the evening on the 15th, but a new song which is just about kind of knowing how to. It's almost like not expecting for people to like love you right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You're just like
preach, baby.
Training season's over. You're done teaching people how to do things right.
Exactly. Come correct or don't come at all.
Or don't come at all. Exactly. That's the vibe. That's the vibe.
I love that so much. I can't wait because it does feel like this record is going to be a very personal one for you.
It is, and I got to do most of the record at home in London. I just felt like, and I feel like with every album I get to grow more and learn more about myself, and I become more free as a songwriter and as a performer and as an artist. So this one I'm just like digging deeper and deeper. I love it. I'm proud of this one.
Part of you as an artist that says, I'm a little nervous because this year for you has been in the stratosphere as far as music is concerned. You know what I'm saying? And I mean just career in general. But is there a part of you that's like, okay, now I got to follow up with just an incredible year that
I mean, there's always pressure. Yeah. There's always pressure, but I think for as long as I'm doing things that I'm proud of, things that I love, things that I feel like I'm pushing myself and trying out something different and I'm growing as an artist and as a person, then I'm good,
Well, the Grammys is also about the performances and what's going to happen on stage. So what can we expect?
We got something special for you guys tonight.
She gives the smile, the biggest smile.
I'm really, really excited about this performance. More so than any.
3 words. Give me in 3 words what this performance is going to.
Oh my God. We have, it's intense. Okay. It's strong. And, it's dancey.
Okay, I love it. So you have 2 nominations tonight. Dance the Night Away, we're still dancing to it. So, I mean, when you think about that song, when you were making it, did you think, okay, I got something here. This is, I mean, I know you didn't know what it was going to do, but were you like, okay, yeah, I got something here?
Yeah, I mean, in the moment, again, it goes back to that thing of for as long as I feel like I'm having fun or making something that I'm really proud of and I'm in the moment, then I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I feel that way with, when we were making Dance the Night. We were having such a great time in the studio. It felt so good to be a part of such an incredible project. It felt so good to do it with my friends. That whole experience as a whole was really special. So, yeah. I'm happy that that's way out into the world now and had its own life, and it's been great.
Well, finally, I was in London, didn't get to talk to you there, but I was there for Argylle. You have this movie coming out. It is fun in so many ways. And you get to cut up a little bit in this movie and get a little dancing going on.
I did get to do a little bit of dance. I mean, I have a small role, but I loved working on a film set, and for Matthew Vaughn to give me that opportunity, I'm so grateful for it. And I had fun with my co-stars, with Henry Cavill and John Cena. And
are you and John the new Hollywood duo that we didn't know we needed?
I don't know if our acting career will continue together, but anytime I see him, it's an absolute pleasure, and I loved working with him, and he's so wonderful, so who knows?
He told me he was so embarrassed because he had to sing off-key to you, and he was like, why am I doing this to myself?
He's such a good sport. Honestly, he wasn't even